So I watched a bunch of videos and this was some of the stuff that was recommended. A cable to connect it, an audio interface, and a Cloudlifter. So in this video, I'm gonna show you my full setup of all these different things, and hopefully the audio ends up working pretty well with this. All right, so first up, I'm starting with the microphone itself, and this is gonna be the Shure SM7B. This is gonna be a fairly popular microphone, a dynamic microphone, I think. Dynamic cardioid microphone. This is going to be famous among podcasters, and I believe Joe Rogan uses something along the lines of this too. All right, so let's see what we get. Right up front, I get this cardboard cutout of the Shure, a bunch of papers. So I think this is about, yeah, the warranty. Oh, cool. I get a Shure sticker. And then also some other instructions here. There's some more cardboard. And the microphone itself is in here, so I'll take a look at that in a sec. Now on the other side, we have two things. Oops, there's gonna be this adapter, and then also a pretty big windscreen. Yeah, this thing is looking pretty thick. I think it's just as thick as my current one that I have for my Samsung 9QU. All right, so here's my current microphone, and what I'm noticing immediately is that this windscreen is gonna be a lot thinner, more flimsier in comparison to this one, and that's because this one's gonna be a lot thinner. As you can see, the thickness of it is very thin in comparison to this one here. All right, so there's gonna be this Velcro strap. So this is probably to keep the XLR cable in place so it doesn't move around. There's also this metal piece. I don't really know what this is for. I'll find out in a bit, but the backside is just full metal. And then finally, the Shure SM7B microphone itself. Now this thing has some pretty good weight to it. In comparison, actually, I think they're both around the same weight. The only thing I am noticing is the fact that this microphone is gonna have a matte finish, which I do like a lot better than this glossy type because light shines through it, and then I think you can get some fingerprints on this a little bit easier. But time will tell. And also, one thing that I'm noticing here too is that it gets like a little bit thicker on top. There is a wire that sticks right out, but this is gonna be for the XLR cable. Whereas on this microphone, it's going to be on the back side. So this is going to be much more well hidden. And we also have some other adjustments on the back of this, which, I mean, I'll figure out in a bit. There's two knobs on the side. Yeah, this is just to loosen it up if I want to remove it from this whole cage itself. But, you know, I'll leave it there. And yeah, that's basically what comes in the box. So now let's take a look at our next thing, which is going to be the Cloudlifter. And now the good thing about this one, the reason why I end up getting this pack is because it does come with two XLR cables, male to female. But here it is, Cloudlifter CL1 mic activator. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't really know what this does. All I know is it was recommended a lot. It helps with the audio. I think it helps with like getting to lower decibels, something like that. All I know is, you know, if I'm going to have a good audio setup, I might as well get this too since it was recommended. So let's open this up. Took a lot longer than I thought to open this. But yeah, this comes right out. All right, so here's like quick menu, or not menu, but like a instruction paper booklet. And then there's going to be a strap. And finally, the Cloudlifter itself. And yeah, this thing is pretty solid. It's going to be fully blue. We got the XLR outputs. Of course, one is going to be male, one is going to be female. We got the male here, female here, and there's going to be some rubberized feet, which is good because this is going to be on my desk, other desk right in front of me, and I don't want it to scratch the desk, so this is going to be a lot safer. And there's even like a foam piece in the middle here too, so extra security. And then finally, the XLR cables themselves. So I think these are going to be, yeah, they're longer than what I wanted. They're 10 feet, so it's more than enough. I was looking for something smaller just so I don't have a bunch of cables on my desk, but it's fine. I'll just wrap them up either in this Velcro piece or just with something else that I have. And one more thing I forgot to mention is that this also does come with this. It's going to be a microfiber cleaning cloth. All right, so one more big thing, and this is going to be the audio interface. It's going to be Focusrite Scarlet 2i2 4th generation, and I was deciding between this one or a previous generation one, but again, some recommendations, some videos recommended this one, not just because it was newer, but another thing that I noticed too is the way the setups were. would be a little bit more convenient. The XLR outputs would be on the back side, whereas compared to the front, so I can actually hide those cables even more versus it just being right out in the open. And here, I'll show you what I mean in a little bit. So, all right, so here's everything we get. We get some instruction booklet, a power cable, and this is going to be USB-C to USB-A. Yeah, this is just cardboard here. And then the audio interface itself. And here's what it looks like. And this is going to be pretty shiny, metallic, and my fingerprints just get kind of stuck on there, as you see. We got the big logo right in front, Focusrite. I think I said that right. Now this is what the front is going to look like. We're going to have a bunch of different knobs and some buttons too. Yeah, a lot of buttons that I have to figure out. But this is what I was talking for the back side. The two XLR outputs are here. So when I connect the cables, I could swing it around the back rather than it just being in the front, all in the way. And this can, it just looks nicer. And then here's what the back side looks like. We got the 4 over feet. Once again, pretty happy with that, just so it doesn't scratch my desk with the metal, the other desk there. And now finally, the last piece of thing that I know I needed to get would be this TRS cable, 3.5 millimeters to a 1/4 inch. And this is going to be a lot longer than I wanted. It is 10 feet, but it'll work. I'll just make sure to have as much cable management and tie this up as possible so it doesn't take up too much space on my desk. And there you go. Here's what it looks like. So I know this will go on the camera itself, and then this one will go in the audio interface. All right, so now it's time for the full setup of all these things now. All right, so this is where things can get kind of messy. So I have all the equipment right here. We got the Cloudlifter, the 2 male to female XLR cables, the Shure microphone, the audio interface, the power cable for the audio interface, and then finally the 1/4 inch to a 3.5 millimeter TRS cable. So first things first is I actually want to put my microphone on a microphone stand. So this is the one I've had for quite some time. And now time for things with the audio interface. So on the back side, we're gonna have the USB-C cable, or the USB-C port, and this is gonna be to power it. And I'm gonna power this. I can either use my laptop, which is gonna be right over here, or something better. It's just gonna be with this USB hub. All right, so I can't really take this out, but it's down over here. So I'll plug in, all right, USB-A portion right up front here, and then USB-C in the back. Let's see if anything lights up. Yep, audio interface lit up. So this is good to go. And then let me see if there's any buttons to turn this off. Yeah, I don't really know. There's no off button. It just seems like it's on all the time. I could just lower things. Yeah, all right, I'll leave it as is. Now, time for the XLR cable. So this will go on the back side. Here, this is gonna be the male attachment. And I'll put this on input 1. Oh wait, other way. Yeah, this is the male attachment. This goes right here. All right, that's good. And now, time for the Cloudlifter. There. And then I don't really need this, so I'll put this underneath here. I'll move this inside, and now on the other side of the Cloudlifter, I'll connect the male XLR cable. Just like that. And let me make sure everything clipped into place. Yep, that's good. So I'll put that under here. Wow, this is a really long cable. And I will put this on top of that. And then the other part of the XLR cable, I will put right at the bottom here on the Shure microphone itself. There. And now time for the TRS cable. So the 1 1/4 will go right over here. So right underneath where the 1 is, which will be right here. And the other side will connect to the camera. So not this camera because I'm currently using this microphone. So what I'm gonna do is check out my other camera. All right, so this can just be opened right here. And then I'll plug this in on this side. Oh, and then I just saw some things light up. All right, so I figured it out. Everything is working with the Cloudlifter well. I made sure to adjust the preamp level to a good amount that it doesn't cut off. And what you're hearing right now is, of course, the audio from the Shure microphone. I'm no longer, whoops, I zoomed in. I'm no longer using the DJI microphone. And so hopefully this sounds pretty good. And one thing I want to show you too is some adjustments I made to the camera itself. So here's what I did. I went to my menu settings. My menu settings, my audio recording level. Clicked it. And then I changed the levels. So the recommendation that I saw online was to go all the way to like 1 or so. Unfortunately, when I did go to 1 on the camera that you're seeing right now, my audio level would be around negative 20 dB, which would be too low. So I messed with it, and I changed it to right there. I changed it to 10, 10 for my audio level, and that's going to be the current recording now. So what I'm going to do now is change it to 1 dB. I'm going to stop this recording momentarily, manually change it to 1 dB, and then so I could show you and so you could hear what it sounds like as well too. All right, so now I switched it to audio recording level 1 on the camera. So now odds are that this video is probably going to be a little bit more quieter, but hopefully the audio still sounds pretty good. But yeah, hopefully this video gave you some value, especially in a beginner's perspective. But yeah, thanks for watching.